Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into the microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Portal 2 blind. So, GLaDOS has just reactivated herself. I wonder if I can take the turret. I guess so, but it seems to be inactive and... Oh. Okay. Not quite sure what just happened, but...
There it is. Hold on. There. Good. You have a dual portal device. There should be a way back to the testing area up ahead.
It's actually curious to me, like, why doesn't GLaDOS just kill me?
Once testing starts, I'm required by protocol to keep interaction with you to a minimum. Luckily, we haven't started testing yet. This will be our only chance to talk.
Like, obviously, I am a threat to her, and I understand she's insane, so it's understandable to me that she would want to draw out my demise so that I suffer for longer, but it seems awfully risky to allow me to live, to live for any prolonged amount of time, because I did kill her once, which is more than enough proof that I can do it again eventually, which I'm assuming is going to happen at the end of the game. So it's a bit of a blunder on GLaDOS's part, but then again, as I mentioned, she is insane, so I'm not counting it as a flaw of the game or anything. That's just an observation.
Here, let me get that for you. Do you know the biggest lesson I learned from what you did? I discovered I have a sort of black box quick save feature. In the event of a catastrophic failure, the last 2 minutes of my life are preserved for analysis. I was able, well, forced really, to relive you killing me again and again, forever. You know, if you'd done that to somebody else, they might devote their existence to exacting revenge. Luckily, I'm a bigger person than that. I'm happy to put this all behind us and get back to work. After all, we've got a lot to do, and only 60 more years to do it. More or less. I don't have the actuarial tables in front of me.
I'm not quite sure what that was about, but that might be because I'm not really sure if I do know the meaning of the word actuarial. Like, was she talking about Chell's presumed lifespan or something? Because I think she's like 20 or something, so that would put her plus 60 years, that would put her at 80, which I think is a little above the world's median for lifespan, but maybe I'm overthinking it because I don't know what actuarial is. Okay. Didn't quite work. I guess no comment from GLaDOS about destroying the cameras this time.
I'll just move that out of the way for you. This place really is a wreck. But the important thing is you're back, with me. And now I'm on to all your little tricks. So there's nothing to stop us from testing for the rest of your life. After that, who knows? I might take up a hobby. Reanimating the dead, maybe.
Like, I'm not sure why, but that comment made me think about Whitley, and I wonder if she maybe will reanimate him and then maybe turn him against me or something, because it still wasn't addressed if he was once part of her, which is my hypothesis, because he very much looked like one of the cores. But I hope that he does return in one form or another.
Sorry about the mess. I've really let the place go since you killed me. By the way, thanks for that.
Sarcasm self-test complete.
Oh good, that's back online. I'll start getting everything else working while you perform this first simple test, which involves deadly lasers and how test subjects react when locked in a room with deadly lasers.
Apparently, the deadly lasers are called thermal discouragement beam. They discourage you from living. And again, the PSA announcer voice, I guess, was the final nail in the coffin of my theory that this voice was in fact GLaDOS's voice in disguise. And this video also, like, all of this is insane, and I'm not sure how I feel about that, because okay, GLaDOS herself is insane, and I get that, and she's cool and actually very cool as a character, and I totally buy her deranged rants and whatnot. But what I don't buy is Aperture Science, a multi-million or even billion-dollar company, developing cutting-edge technology, spending actual money on programming, on pre-programming even a PSA about robot animals taking over the earth or something. It just doesn't feel right to me. Okay, so this is. So I guess this is a repurposing of the mechanic with the energy balls, because now instead of an energy ball you have a continuous laser beam that powers up the energy socket. So there is that, but it's actually, I've made a mistake here, because I need to step on the elevator first.
Not bad. I forgot how good you are at this. You should pace yourself, though. We have a lot of tests to do.
Okay. Apparently the achievement for that is called undiscouraged, which I guess is a callback to the name of the laser beams. What was it? The discouragement beam?
This next test involves discouragement redirection cubes. I just finished building them before you had your, episode. So now we'll both get to see how they work. There should be one in the corner.
Okay, so that at least, I'm assuming from that description that it's some kind of a box that's going to kill me in one way or another. But that at least makes sense, because it's directly stated that it was GLaDOS that built them, and that she built them after she already went insane. So it makes sense for them to be murderous devices with no actual purpose. But the PSA system obviously predates her, because she was not predates her, but predates like her going insane, because she was referring to to it being on again or something, back offline, something like that. Apparently it's reminding me how to jump, which is weird because the game has already discussed that back in the tutorial, but I guess it's been a while. So what about those discouragement cubes? Okay, I guess I need to... Obviously I need to somehow get the laser onto here. But I can't place a portal here, so I would have to... Okay, I just stepped into it, but she was talking about this box, and oh, I guess it's this one. Was that? Wait a second. Was that Whitley? That can't be. He was disabled, but it was like a structure that looked exactly like him. Maybe not exactly. I only had a couple of seconds to look at it, but it definitely looked familiar. I guess this can spawn another cube in case I destroyed the previous one, which I don't need for now. So is this a cube to redirect the... So it's actually a lot more useful than I would have imagined, because from the description of the discouragement box, I was expecting something that would kill me outright, and it's actually, like, I guess it can totally kill me if I redirect the beam in an inappropriate way back onto myself. But as it is, it's actually a very useful piece of machinery there, because you can use it to solve those puzzles. And but do I need another one? I was thinking maybe I can use the camera as a substitute. I was thinking I can't spawn another one because it would disintegrate the first one.
Well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
Okay, so apparently that doesn't really work, which means I need to... try and get... Yeah, but that's exactly what I feared was going to happen. Okay, I'm just an idiot. I need to place a portal underneath it when I'm up here. Like, I really like this game, but I don't like... Okay, that's... But I don't like what it's telling about me. Like, I'm really not putting the best show with it, and it's only the very beginning of the game.
Don't let that horrible person thing discourage you. It's just a data point. If it makes you feel any better, Science has now validated your birth mother's decision to abandon you on a doorstep.
It's actually a second time that GLaDOS has implied that Chell was abandoned at birth, but I guess there's no way of knowing if that's true. She might just be mocking Chell. Okay, so there's one port here. So I can use the portals for this, and then the second one is here. So I guess it's the other way around, actually. Or... yeah, right. Because I wouldn't be able to redirect this one, but I will be able to... okay, that didn't quite work the way I wanted to, but... I should be able to redirect this one onto here. I just need to plan it a little bit different. Yeah, okay, so that's that.
Congratulations. Not on the test. Most people emerge from suspension terribly undernourished. I want to congratulate you on beating the odds and somehow managing to pack on a few pounds.
That's awfully petty of GLaDOS to comment on Chell's weight, especially because it's clearly not true. Like, as I commented on the model, I think Chell actually looks a lot nicer than she did in Portal 1. And coming back to... coming back to logic-based games and puzzles, it's a weird subject for me because on one hand I definitely enjoy them, but on the other I am very much self-conscious about them, because I always feel like I'm doing very bad at them and that it's telling a lot of bad things about who I am, about my levels of, cognition and whatever. And I definitely don't feel entirely comfortable, being watched when trying to solve something like that. But...
One moment. You
but
are
I do
navigating
enjoy...
these test chambers faster than I can build them, so feel free to slow down and do whatever it is you do when you're not destroying this facility.
But I do enjoy puzzles in games, and I do have an intense feeling of satisfaction from time to time when solving a particularly difficult or interesting puzzle. But it's all intercut with feelings of deep embarrassment when I'm stuck at something relatively easy. So all in all, it's definitely an interesting and varied experience for me. Okay, where is the port? There's a cube down there, which I guess I'm probably going to need. Yeah, because there's a button right there. But first, where is the... Is that the port? I think. So I have to be careful not to... Ah, okay, and now... No. Why am I doing that? This will move presumably down to here, and then I'm supposed to unplug it jump on the platform and then plug it again. So once again, okay, I actually missed the time for that, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, so now take the box, jump on here. I've actually... Okay, this is still in place, so this should work. Now I have to jump.
I'll give you credit. I guess you are listening to me. But for the record, you don't have to go that slowly.
Okay, stop mocking me and my brain damage, GLaDOS.
Waddle over to the elevator and we'll continue the testing.
For a second, I thought there is no elevator anymore. Is that still an evacuation tutorial? I'm not quite sure what that video is supposed to signify. Something about cubes here? Oh, whatever.
This next test involves the Aperture Science Aerial Faceplate. It was part of an initiative to investigate how well test subjects could solve problems when they were catapulted into space. Results were highly informative. They could not. Good luck.
That's good to know. So I guess this is involving okay, I don't quite get it yet. So I guess this will bring me back. And I'm supposed to grab the cube like sort of mid-flight. That actually wasn't so
Here's
bad.
an interesting fact. You're not breathing real air. It's too expensive to pump this far down. We just take carbon dioxide out of a room, freshen it up a little, and pump it back in. So you'll be breathing the same room full of air for the rest of your life. I thought that was interesting.
That's actually not interesting. That's, I think, impossible. Because obviously you can't breathe like what's it called, carbon dioxide, and in fact, if the amount of carbon dioxide in the air that you're breathing is too high, you're actually going to lose consciousness and then die. So what she was talking about is nonsense, because if by freshening up the carbon dioxide, she means removing it from the room and then like refiltering the room, even like constantly. So that doesn't mean you're not breathing real air. Like, real air is basically what it is. So either I don't get it or it was just nonsense. But it's very much possible. I just don't get it. I'm not the brightest person, I'm afraid. But again, at the very least, I think
Let's see what the next test is. Oh, advanced aerial faceplates. Well, have fun soaring through the air without a care in the world. I have to go to the wing that was made entirely of glass and pick up 15 acres of broken glass. By myself.
GLaDOS's voice is somehow different. I wonder if that's intended. She sounds a little bit more human to me, a little less robotic, which I guess might be a sign that she acquired a lot of more of her own sort of unique personality as opposed to being a programmed AI. But maybe it's just some subtle differences. You know, there's like what 7 or 8 years between the release of Portal 1 and Portal 2, so or maybe less than that, but a couple of years at least. So the actress might actually sound a little bit different after that time. Probably shouldn't fling myself into the air. Without checking the place first, but I guess if I die, then it's not really that big of a problem. Okay, so I think I get it. I think I'm supposed to put one portal here and the other one on the upper platform and then fling myself across onto this, but it's going to be a little bit difficult unless it's calculated in such a way that yeah, right. It actually wasn't that difficult.
Oh, sorry. I'm still cleaning out the test chambers, so sometimes there's still trash in them, standing around, smelling and being useless. Try to avoid the garbage hurtling towards you.
There's a zoom feature, apparently.
You don't have to test with the garbage. It's garbage. Press the button again.
And I'm going to get a real cube this time. Okay, that's actually quite nice of her to provide it. And now... Okay. But... okay.
Remember before when I was talking about smelly garbage standing around being useless? That was a metaphor. I was actually talking about you. And I'm sorry. You didn't react at the time, so I was worried it sailed right over your head, which would have made this apology seem insane. That's why I had to call you garbage a second time just now.
First of all, I didn't know there was a zoom feature in Portal, and now I'm wondering if it also was in Portal 1 and I just didn't notice. And second of all, I feel GLaDOS is a lot less fun when she's bitter like that. Maybe that's just me. Like most of her insults, at least up to now, are rather heavy-handed and not really that fun.
Did you know that people with guilty consciences are more easily startled by loud noises? I'm sorry, I don't know why that went off. Anyway, just an interesting science fact.
I could actually believe that. Like, I don't think it's a real science fact, but I guess it could be. Like if you're guilty of something, then I guess you're more easy to startle by anything, pretty much because you expect that you're going to get discovered at one point or another. So you're just more suspicious and more anxious pretty much all the time. So that might very well include a susceptibility to loud noises.
Oh, did I accidentally fizzle that before you could complete the test? I'm sorry. Go ahead and grab another one.
She's going to disintegrate that too, right? Oh no, it's the frick. It's the companion cube.
Oh, no. I fizzled that one too. Oh well. We have warehouses full of the things. Absolutely worthless. I'm happy to get rid of them.
Ah, it's all companion cubes actually. What does that do? Okay. Okay, and I guess I have to fling myself up. But I guess I also need the freaking cube for powering the button, so... And I do need it with me, so there's the orange one. Now I just have to... Okay. I think that should be correct. Is the fizzer malfunctioning or
Every
something?
test chamber is equipped with an emancipation grill at its exit, so that test subjects cannot smuggle test objects out of the test area. This one is broken. Don't take anything with you.
Okay, so that's like an instant, like, red flag for me. Maybe not a red flag, that's not a correct way to say it, but what it basically tells me is to go ahead and do try to take something with me. But can I put a portal somewhere around here? Even got an achievement for that, but I wonder if it's going to be used for something more.
I think that one was about to say, I love you. They are sentient, of course. We just have a lot of them.
Well, I guess that's a no, on account of if there's some other use for taking the cube with you. It's just a simple case of defying ardous. Okay, I think that's actually enough for this episode. Now I just have to take care not to accidentally quick load instead of quick saving, because that would be embarrassing. Okay, so that's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.